thing if you don't produce. I know we laughed when my girl Issa Rae said that, but you see what the negative consequence is of thinking that. If I'm not outside, if I'm not producing, if I'm not on the track, if I'm not number one, if I'm not doing this, then I am nothing. I am nothing. I've wrapped up my entire identity in this shit. And shoot that Cole again. That was the same shit that we had to watch Cole go through in live living fucking color. Like, cause he didn't go nowhere and go process that shit, which would have mean he would have never did the shit that he did in the first place if he would have got a hold of that shit well before the battle. If you knew you felt some type of way after fucking Control, because this shit got to do with Control. This shit has to do with the fucking Control verse from 2012. 2012, we have had to deal with this shit because niggas just didn't want to go in the booth and rap. Oh, I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool. And oh, well, we can't be cool if you're talking about you want to end my career on what? Bitch, that's what we are supposed to do to one another. Like, that's what we're supposed to do. So then back up, Punch from TDE was just on the Joe Budden show. And Punch basically had to retell again the whole Diddy J. Cole fight thing, right? Because the whole narrative was that J. Cole was protecting Kendrick from P. Diddy. But everybody who was there, including Punch and all them niggas, like, that's not what happened. You had some words with that nigga. You stood up for yourself. He's a bitch ass nigga. Had you rolled up and rolled. Niggas cleaned that shit up in less than 60 seconds and the party went on like you never fucking existed, nigga. Like, on top of the fact that before that fight even happened, you and Kendrick had a talk and you was mad at Kendrick about the verse. Cause he was like, why the fuck Beige 1 and Beige 2 been fucking mad about this shit since 2012, have been texting each other on the side, talking shit about this nigga, while J. Cole gets to stand in the middle and act like the benevolent, nonpartisan friend until we actually see what the fuck be going down. Because how everything went down and how you have defended this nigga, I know you was talking shit. I'm a woman, nigga. We've been playing this game since fucking middle school, where you phone with your friend, but that bitch on three-way, silent. Yeah. She on mute. Okay, that's what the fuck has gone on here. You thought you could still play the game, be friends, be in the middle. No, both of these niggas are looking at you like you can't be in the middle. You got to pick a side, and you chose your side. Get back to this shit. Just wrap up this melting cup of ice, bro. Just drop this shit. You ain't even released a single. That's how I know this nigga's scared.
It's crazy, child.
Because that's what's happening. He's sweating like he's perspiring on the side of the cup, bitch. It's all there. So this nigga ain't even released a single. You know, normally we'd have a single by now. It's been out for like at least a week. You know, something. You are so afraid, and you're such a fucking victim. Like, the internet talking about you. Yeah, you made a new genre. You made a new genre called victim rap. Like, that's where niggas is at with you right now. They're saying that you out here making victim rap. Basically. You said, and like, but I can't even remember none of the lines. Like you know the meme of the old white guy taking his headphones off, like like that's collectively the internet said that at the same time. We was all like, please, hey, yo, if you're gonna complain, make it snappy, nappy. If you're gonna complain, can I tap my toe? Can I snap my finger?
Square's drawing a line. We got to the root. I fucking bitch. That's what I said. What?
And it's over 5 minutes.
Man,
take a page from the youngins and cut that shit down to 2.5 minutes. Good. Like, girl, once I saw it was like over 3 minutes and I still had 2 more minutes, I said, cut this shit off. I said, and like, it just, you sound bored. It's so lackluster. It's very, very reminiscent of 7 Minute Drill, very reminiscent of Heart Part 7, Part 6, excuse me, very reminiscent of the Fighting Irish when you was still crying over LeBron and that motherfucker too. Like, you can't Marvin's Room your way out of this shit, nigga.
broken, bro. Like his heart is literally broken. Like he really thought these people were his friends. And honestly, it's like maybe they were, but you took shit so fucking personal after you tried to make shit extra personal. And now you're just shocked.
You continue to make this shit personal.
And then to your point, bitch, you got all lied and said, excuse me, got all waxed and said the guy ain't talking about this no more. Here we are 2 years later, still fucking talking about it. Still fucking talking about excuse me. This is how fucking frustrated I am. Shit going down my throat. You still talking about niggas jumping on the stage? You still talking about that? Nigga, like, we will never be able to forget it now because you will not stop. Like, you won't stop. It's like, bro, you said you weren't talking about it anymore. Why are we still talking about it? Why?
Just so disillusioned. God. We are literally just watching a shell of a man, just a ghost of Christmas past, just walking around. It's just a nigga that wants it to be 2016 again so bad. Like this is what happens when you're the old bitch at the club, when you don't know when to leave, when you don't know when to let the youth them take over. Like
it's very much like when you graduate high school and you don't know that you can't just keep coming back up here. Like you graduated already, sir.
Please. Now I'm gonna call the police.
Now you're fucking 45 and you're like, back in my day when I was the top quarterback, it's like, bitch, that was fucking 50 years ago. Like, we are done. We are done. What is next? What is your next thing? Because at this point, maybe you need to go back to movies or something. You know what I'm saying?
And like, you know what? Perfect. If he would have just did a couple shows or like did a movie in between this time and then came out with this, it would have been great because you still get to be creative, you still making money, you still in the zeitgeist, you know what I'm saying? You're still getting publicity because they be down there watching you film this movie or whatever the fuck it is. Like, but he's so self-centered, like the self-centeredness is leading to self-sabotage. And it's just, but yeah, like my whole thing is like, nigga, you couldn't even be bothered to put this shit behind no beat. Like, you could have just, if you're gonna talk about a nigga at this stage, if you're gonna have these type of grievances, I'm gonna need you to make me tap my toe. And then like you said, you're still mad about these niggas. Like, you're still mad at basketball players. Like, what are we really talking about? So, speaking of not knowing when to leave the club and not recognizing when your time is up, Young Money representative is yet going outside. Nicki Minaj is blocking her fans who are bringing up a new up and coming young lady by the name of Trim.
I've heard of this lady.
All of us who have been outside for the past few weeks to a month, you've heard of this young little girl called Trim, who sounds exactly like Beam Me Up Scotty era Nicki Minaj.
Mannerism,
all of it, even doing the pink wigs and all this, that, and the other, right? And this has caused some division because even though she is a red hat wearing MAGA machine, she still has fans who respect the Queen's legacy and rigmarole, right?
So, yeah.
Thank you, because we're literally gonna get there. So this is a person, like you mentioned, that got on by imitating somebody else. Even though she was fresh and witty and irreverent and all that stuff, she had her own style. The base, the structure, the trajectory, all of that stuff, the styling, all of that shit is openly Little Kim. Listen, you could go on any part of the internet and see a lovely collage of all the times this lady has imitated this lady throughout her entire career.
Yeah.
And being that Nicki Minaj is such a fucking egomaniac, she can't take her flowers. She has to rule. So y'all so happy with Ice Spice. Enough said, right? She had, and with Lotto and all the girls first foremost, love Nicki, want to work with Nicki. I think Doja Cat is the only girl that's ever really came out unscathed because she's Doja Cat and ain't no dragging that. I
Yeah.
didn't even mean to rhyme, but you know what I'm saying? Bitch, what you don't die on that hill, sister. I feel that Meg is equally hated, so you was able to get away with the shit you did to Meg. But if you thought you was gonna try to do that shit to Doja Cat, bitch, you would have got a true rude awakening. The rudest. Okay. So anyway, all that to say. So now Nicki Minaj is
Just spank her ass. I genuinely feel Doja would spank that ass.
because Doja don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. She was in chat room showing feet. That bitch don't give a fuck. She goes off of her own fans. What do girl? Please.
Right. This
Now,
is the type of crazy child. This
right,
is
because this is a bitch that would literally don your whole style, make a video, and make a mockery out of you. And she can do it well. Okay? That
not
bitch would be able to do it. Okay. Wrap you up, sister. Um, anywho, so yeah. So she's going around and blocking and unfollowing her own fans who are talking about Trim. She don't even want nobody even bringing that girl up, no other girls up, nothing, child. She don't want like
patience.
she's mentally unwell. I thought we
You
determined this. She's
understand that.
mentally unwell. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, so this bitches go to like these people for them to have been so big, and even I'm say Drake because he eclipsed Nicki,
Yeah.
for these folks to be as big or as big as they are, whatever, handle fame and success in such detrimental ways.
Yes.
But then when you think about who is their fearless leader over there, Lil Wayne, it makes a lot of sense because he too is a victim blaming,
He does too.
codependent, drugged out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you see what tree he comes from of Birdman and being groomed at a young age, allegedly being groomed at a young age by this gentleman. I don't know, gentleman, by this nigga, and
Tony Braxton,
it tricked.
which is still very. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Tony. Okay, I'm sorry. I forget about that ever being a thing until somebody brings that up to me. And when people bring that up to me, I'm like,
Random.
"Fuck, why?
Money.
Yeah." Anyway, so yeah, fuck Drake, fuck Iceman, fuck Pink Wig, fuck MAGA, fuck all that hating shit, fuck all that victim shit, fuck all that shit. Just remember who y'all are. Remember who y'all are, what y'all did, the gumption and the fire that it took for y'all to get to where you are and go back to that. We are not saying make it feel like 2012 again. We're not saying make it feel like 2016. But fuck, where is the passion? Okay? You motherfuckers are on autopilot. Y'all been on autopilot and
And you
y'all
need
about
to
to crash
admit
the
that.
plane.
Stop fucking trying to do shit, taking the spotlight from people who genuinely have the passion and genuinely have the drive and genuinely out here just changing the fucking the landscape of shit, and you just want to go back and do the same shit and talk about the same shit, do the same shit. You don't do nothing different. You just want, no, I just want to be the best still, but you're not anymore. It's over.
It is. But it didn't even have to be over. All you had to do is go sit down for a little minute and then come back and let us miss you. Like, it doesn't have to be over. You just gotta know when the fuck to go take a break. Look at Rihanna. Motherfuckers are in the streets begging and dying and crying. When are you go? Even Act 3 with Beyonce. When are you go? Like, y'all don't have. And the only reason why you have this attention right now, Drake, is because we literally just want to hear what the fuck you got to say after 2 years. But after this, the drive to want to go hear new music from you will take a severe dip. And you are the reason why that's going to happen to you.
One thing we did forget to mention, though, I feel like on Just the Sip a few weeks ago, is how Mr. Petty is no longer in the house.
I didn't know if that was correct. I didn't know if that was true or not. I thought that was like rumored. I haven't seen nothing else about it because then somebody else tried to offer an excuse of like, um, oh, like no, he's not left the house or some shit. Like for either for tax reasons or for money reasons. Somebody else brought up why, like that is why, but I haven't seen anything
Okay.
more on it, so that's why I didn't give a shit about it. And if so, good riddance. But bitch, it's a little
I was
late.
just not that I'm preying on their downfall. It's just that you hear the rumors, and being an old Nicki Minaj fan, you want to just blame the man that this is why you have gone to the shit. Like this is why I somehow when like when your friend get a man and then she just change. It's just like she is not the same anymore. The conversation is
Mm,
different now. It's like this is I feel like that's what happened. Like she got married and
yeah.
she just lost her shit. Anyway,
But she's always been that self-centered,
egotistical.
male-centric.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's always been a pick me. She's a high level pick me. And I think we all need to just
So,
put it to bed. I got one other little tidbit. It's unrelated to these folks, but I just thought about it because I feel like we should talk about it.
yes.
Oh, the Met Gala, which we
Oh,
did not get to talk
you did
about.
not, because I wasn't
Um,
impressed.
wasn't nothing to talk about. Wasn't nothing to talk about.
No, it wasn't.
Except, y'all speaking of 2016, y'all making niggas have to dust off shit they ain't touched in a while. Y'all had to make Rihanna kind of dust off bad girl Riri from her Twitter days because she wants y'all to stop playing with her name.
Yeah.
Okay? Stop playing with her legacy. Stop trying to triangulate bitches
Yes.
around her
Yes.
that could never.
In life.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? And unfortunately we gotta talk about Tyler because so uh apparently this has kind of been brewing behind the scenes since Tyler has been a thing, but now especially now Rihanna is a mother and she's married and she's more visible and things like that. And like I said, people have been begging for music for the past several years from her.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, um, I guess people think when you're not active, you're not busy. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
People think because you're not out here making no music, you're not out here shaking it on stage, you're not out here promoting nothing. Hell, you're not even doing no movie, no nothing. You're just out here being famous and fabulous and familyed up. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And people like, oh, well, she must not want her spot anymore. And I really feel like Tyler's team, I'm not gonna blame Tyler, this is important because I've had my criticisms of Tyler, and I will get to my criticism of her in a second. But for this is Tyler's team. And honestly, it's always been Tyler's team for me, but she does not help it because she lacks self-awareness and she's young and she's trying to do what she feels is best for her career to get on. But I think she's now, especially with this whole little incident, baby girl, that ain't how this work. Okay. So if you want to get next to the people, you gotta be forthcoming to the people. You can't dance around shit. You can't, because let's be for real, ever since she hit the scene, whether it was the colored conversation or whether it was her, possibly being shady in tweets to other artists, or even as down to that hold my award shit. Like, girl, I don't that didn't how this go down here. So right, to get to the point, Met Gala happened. Apparently there was a situation where Tyler was around Rihanna, but Rihanna and Rocky, they were like doing their thing, like having interviews. And it was very much like even her face was like, yeah, like it was some awkward ass shit. And then Tyler, she over there like, when the nigga got their hands crossed in the middle, it was just kind of like,
Rihanna looked very much like, bitch, don't even come over here.
don't even come up.
Don't even do it because I will walk the fuck away.
Her energy, and what's so crazy is like earlier when she was Rihanna was talking to reporters, she was like, "You're beautiful, you're black, you're doing amazing." Like she was, so we know
The
she
energy was
freely
like,
said
yeah.
she was fine. She was. Let's get into this collage because so after the whole Rihanna not talking to Tyler thing. So back up a little bit. In the Afro Beats world, there's Tyler and there's another girl called Ira Star. And Ira Star, I hate to break it down, I hate to put this is it's a colorism thing.
Chocolate
It
one.
just it just really it is what it is. So Ira Star is the because they're both beautiful, but Ira Star is the beautiful dark skinned woman and Tyler's a beautiful light skinned woman. But we see how the trajectory of people's careers going, even though Ira Star was out before Tyler. And somehow Tyler still superseded her, and Tyler brought Ira Star on some Drake shit. Tyler brought Ira Star out on the stage, and whatever, whatever. But word around the campfire is that that Rihanna doesn't fuck with Tyler because she peeped a while ago that her team is basically
Trying to replace.
trying to 2.0 this girl like Nicki to Lil Kim. And she's like, oh, bitch, nah, y'all ain't finna do that to me. Nah, we ain't finna do that. So then, like I said, we went back and dusted off old 2016 Rihanna. She went to her Instagram, her TikTok, or whatever, and she made a cool little collage. Fabulous motherfucking
Very,
collage,
very,
photo
very.
collage. Face! I tell y'all this all the time. I might not can stand that girl singing, okay? But that face, okay? That face and that attitude. I would say if Rihanna was an influencer or she was like a model or some shit, I would eat her up. But it's that singing I can't get with. Other than that, because there was a shot where she had that blunt and the bitch was like, I was like, little bitch could never. So anyway, but while that collage is going, she's playing Ira Star, I'm that girl. And the internet was like,
Who's that girl?
okay, because she has come out more than once and supported Ira Star and never supported
Like
Tyler.
the excitement that she has when she sees Ira compared to this, it
Icy.
is right.
Ooh.
You can. That's why. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, 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 go.
as that. That's why for me, I hate it for Tyler only for the simple fact that I know, like you said, she's just young and she's just trying to do what she thinks is best, like have this whole diva, high self-esteem. Can't nobody tell you nothing. They need to be, you need to know that you are that girl and you got the trophies or whatever the case may be. Because people, they try to say things about Beyonce. Not that this is the same thing. It's just ultimately trying to help them with this humble shit. People don't want you to be humble. They want you to be kind of, like you the shit type of thing. And I think the real issue, like you said, is that she just did too much with I want to be like Rihanna, I want to be like Rihanna, I want to be like Rihanna. It's like you can't do that. You have to want to be who you are. Even with Ariana Grande and them comparing her to Mariah Carey. And I mean, that bitch can hit that note just like that lady. But she's like, no, I want to be me. And I know that Tyler wasn't like, I want to be Rihanna, but it was just so much in the beginning that I think Rihanna
It's
just kind of got
off-putting.
irritated. Yeah, it just was kind of like, first of all, you can't be me though. So it's just like, just be yourself. And you're doing too much now. And so, like you said, it's just off-putting and I can't even not see it now. Like I just can't not see it. And now it's just but anyway, the energy is very, very different when she's seeing Ira, like these other girls, because I don't know. I just, like I said, I don't think Rihanna has the issue passing the torch. I think it's just how people are doing it.
You ain't the one I'm finna pass it to. And y'all gonna have to be bad.
And,
But nobody's gonna be mad at me because I'm fucking
I need to
Rihanna.
be the one to pass it. You not finna just come over here and think you about to just, you know what I mean? It's like, no, but you should have asked first or something.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was kind of funny because I hate how people want to be xenophobic when they come to their critiques of Tyler because this ain't got nothing to do with Africa. This ain't got nothing to do with Africa. This ain't got nothing to do with South Africa, none of that shit. The whole thing about it is because of the colored thing was because we have to make you and other people in the diaspora understand, which all of you try to break into the Black American market. This is not a fucking secret. Look at Korea. Everybody wants to be a part of the Black American music market. That's not a fucking secret. However, comma, when you are coming over here to the people that you want to ingratiate yourself with, there's rules, man. There's a certain way to go about it. Because what bothered me about it is, again, when you're young and you don't things that is also very detrimental because all that shit could have been cleared up. Like the Breakfast Club interview, she could have been like, no, it's okay. I can answer it. You know what I'm saying? Because that would have shown that you are aware, you're participating, you get it. Even Lotto had to do that.
You're acting entitled to this thing because you have your fans or whatever over in there in South Africa. It's like you think you skipped a step. Like you're like, no, I can automatically be this because I have that. And it's like, no, it's not how it is.
Like even Lotto had to change her name because and she's a Black American girl from the South, half white. We still had to tell her, hey sister, this name ain't cute. I don't give a fuck what your daddy said. It's not like nigga. You're not gonna take the power back. We're not doing that. Stop calling yourself that. Same thing is we both have been victims, whether in America or Africa, we both have been victims of the same white supremacy, white power structure. These people both called us colored. The difference is the Americans said, fuck that, we're not colored. Right. And while we was trying to be there and advocate for you motherfuckers during apartheid, right. Okay, while they were still calling you colored and taking your fucking land and all that shit. And we had been to pass the Civil Rights Act 20 years prior to that, nigga. So it's like, if anything, you need to understand what stock of niggas you dealing with. Okay, we that's why I'm gonna go a little tangent. I do feel like that's one of the main reasons why we have a diaspora war is because good old American arrogance. It did work for niggas. It has worked for niggas to the fact where we demand our respect.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in the diaspora, y'all demand your respect from other Black people, but you don't demand your respect from white people. Yeah. You don't demand your respect from the structure. Right. You know what I'm saying? And when we go out and go abroad, that's why we get treated differently. And I use that very loosely. But in certain places, we still get a little nugget of the benefit of the doubt just simply because we are Americans and we're not Africans or we're not, not whatever in another place, because the way that they treat us and them, they know that they're not really going to fight back. They're going to be more docile. They're going to be more like, oh, I'm just here to have a good time. We are too, but I'll smack the shit out of you. I'm willing to get caned in this country for beating the fuck out of you because I need you to understand, bitch. This is not what this is over here. So just to wrap all that up, it's a cocktail of things. Her entitlement, lack of self-awareness, and not a willingness to accountability, lack of accountability, lack of self-awareness and entitlement. And just for this situation, then you go on live or whatever, your TikTok, and you're trying to form this, oh my gosh, I just woke up. Oh my gosh. And so like everybody knows I love Ree, I love Ree. And oh my gosh, but I just kind of was like, and I mean, I can see her point. I don't want to dog her out completely. Like I see her point. And maybe you was nervous.
You shouldn't have said nothing.
That's the whole thing. You could have just kept that shit in the drafts. Bitch, your finger shouldn't even hit the button to do that. You know what I'm saying? All this shit, y'all still ain't learned from Beyonce. Put it in the music, god dang.
That's it.
Say
That's
nothing. Just put it in the music.
That's it right there. For real. Because yes, we would have much rather heard that over an Afrobeat. And you know what I'm saying? And yeah, bitch, good luck, you know what I'm saying, with the Navy. Because bitch, if you want to go against the Navy, good luck with that.
And the Navy is like the Beehive with AKs.
Yeah. They don't play
the Beehive will just read you down, but the Navy is violent. Yeah. They choose violence, nigga. Like you gotta remember who the captain is of the motherfucking Navy, and that's how it's going down. Okay.
And I'm sure because Rihanna is from Barbados and like that whole thing with England owning them, all this stuff, like she really just don't play that colorist shit. Like even though she's a beautiful light-skinned queen, her stuff is just kind of like, bitch, my grandmama was this color and I don't got time You know what I'm saying? My baby daddy is this. You know what I'm saying? Like she just gives, bitch, you really got
Fuck
me
out of
fucked up.
here.
Yeah, because you
Mhm.
ain't near experienced what I've seen, and you're not even using your privilege in a way that can help your people.
Yes, yes.
Furthering
Because
you.
like whole thing, when you know you have a certain type of privilege,
Yeah,
it's on you to know how to wield that privilege.
that's
You know what I'm
it.
saying? And you're not gonna be right all the time.
Right.
Everybody's not gonna like it or whatever. And people, either people not gonna like it because they don't like you taking up for the other side, or people ain't gonna like it because they feel like you are pandering.
Yes.
Lose-lose situation
Yes.
either way. Even when you are the opposite and you're taking up for those people, they're like, oh, what, you trying to feel close to this person by proximity? No, I just, this person's a
It's
person,
the right thing
and
to
I
do.
don't, it's just, yeah, it's just the right fucking thing to do. Like, so it's like I have my issues with Tyler, but my issues ain't never been because she's from Africa. My
Yeah.
issue ain't never been because she's young or light skinned or small.
Yeah.
Those are, and them ain't never been
Yeah.
my issues. Where my issues like
It's
how
entitlement.
talking, how you making little, because even little shit that she did with Chloe Bailey,
Yeah,
you know,
that was unprovoked. Like, bitch, now look, Chloe don't bother nobody. What the fuck? Where,
that girl,
and she been in the motherfucking game since nay high. Okay, so leave that one alone.
she actually is beloved by her mentor. Okay, bitch, you can't even get a high from your motherfucking mentor, bitch. I think you need to chillax, ho. You ain't even did shit. Talk about, oh, this is so A-pop coded. Bitch, don't nobody know shit about A-pop. I ain't even seen shit pop about A-pop, bitch. I ain't even seen A-pop up for A-pop, bitch. What are you talking about? The only reason why I even know you got an album coming out is because you tried to shade Chloe, bitch. And you both were styled by the same fucking makeup artist. Duh. There was gonna be some similarities there. But even then, bitch, she had to tug on your wig and say, this is my inspiration, bitch, not you. And this is what we're talking about, Tyler. This is why you will not be successful in America. You got to take your ass back to South Africa because that's where it's going to work for you.
Yeah. Real quick, not that I want to circle back on here, but I just wanted to say one more thing that really pissed me off about that Drake diss or Drake song. This motherfucker said, y'all, he said some shit about being Jewish and y'all are trying to Nazi me.
Oh,
I mean, just anger.
I
Anger
just,
in my
mm,
face. Like, nigga.
that's like with what the fuck J. Cole talking about, y'all go respect the mulatto and my mom, like something about crackers or some shit. I'm like, y'all, biracial bars, Logic, all of y'all, biracial
Oh,
bars are literally some of the worst fucking rap bars I have ever heard in my life. There,
in
I ain't met
the world.
one of you mixed motherfuckers that has ever made being mixed cool. I ain't heard not one of you say nothing clever about your mama being white and your daddy being black. I ain't heard not a Lotto ain't even came up with no. She ain't even touched the shit. After she changed her name, she was like, "We ain't even gotta talk about that no more, bro.
Yeah,
We ain't gotta
yeah.
talk about." Y'all know
No,
my mama white.
don't
Y'all
bring
know
it
she's
up.
white. She was 15. My daddy was black and he's 17. And y'all already know what the deal is. All right, cool. Because she's because I also think it's because she is at least quote unquote black passing. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? She is much more in tune with her nigga side, even down to the ratchet baby mama shit she doing now. Unfortunately, she's very much in tune with her nigga side. So it's like she doesn't feel rapping about her being mixed. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas have the need to keep rapping about being mixed, and it's the worst shit I've ever fucking heard. I'm so tired of y'all. Go
Me.
seek therapy,
Fucking.
please, please.
Our next topic. Guess we could talk about Mr. Nick here or Mr. Chud.
Yeah, Ding Dong, the stupid motherfucker is caught. So for those who don't know, there has been a white man on the loose for the past maybe year or so, and he goes by the name Chud the Builder. Chud originally reached infamy when he was recorded by a mother daughter in a vehicle that had some sort of like road rage incident. And he walked up to, I mean, I walked up, drove up to them and put a cross out of his car and started calling him a bunch of N words and, using God and all sorts of stuff. And of course, it was recorded and reported, and he lost his job. So then I believe COVID happened after that, and then he just ain't never been able to get right. He had the bright idea to listen to Nick Fuentes and any other red pill, I'm not red pill, any other white supremacy red pill guys you want to think of, right? So he got the bright idea that, you know what, in order to raise money, I'm just gonna walk around and film myself harassing black people with a firearm. And if they decide that they want to actually do physical harm to me after I have verbally assaulted them, I'm going to brandish my weapon and say, get away from me, nigger. You're chimping out. You're chimping out, niggers. You're chipping out. And he has been going around provoking people for the better part of a year plus doing this shit.
Wow.
And any time where somebody physically confronted him, that he would call the police. He wouldn't even use the gun. He would just harass people, show the gun, call them the N-word, say they were chimping out and all this other type of stuff. And then if they got too close, he would call the police, right? So in this recent incident this week, it went awry, like we all have been saying. I'm trying to remember that part. Let me get back to, because I need to get through this. But this man's been going around harassing people, calling people R's and stuff, right? And he ran into a gentleman who was also strapped. And they had a confrontation, and Chud goes to shoot the man. He does hit him, but they're non-fatal. But not only does he shoot the man, but he also fucking shoots himself.
Well,
he shot himself in the fucking arm while trying to shoot somebody else while harassing somebody. And now he's being charged with attempted murder. And all I have to say is good riddance. But my main fucking problem, this motherfucker had been stalking people with a weapon,
right,
in broad daylight, and record it. And it had to take somebody actually being harmed by the firearm before y'all did anything. And I know we're in America, and I know the world is anti-black, and I know the world is racist. I know all that shit.
Tyson Nat's house over nothing because the nigga
exactly.
And it's a whole team that come in. No gun anywhere, no drugs anywhere, no nothing.
Once he had been shown, because even Twitch, as shitty of a place as that is, Twitch or kicked him off the platform for this shit. But why was there not a police investigation done after that? Because if you are violating, technically they could sue you for that because you signed a contract. Anytime that you hit I accept, you signed a contract. You signed a digital electronic contract that you were not going to do the things kick you off the platform for. And if you're doing something that is physically dangerous and potentially fatally harmful to people, they should have been bound by law to turn that shit in and get this motherfucker arrested and off the streets. Because you're the platform and you're only absolving yourself from responsibility just by kicking off the platform, but you allowed it to go on until you felt that it violated the guidelines, even though he had already violated the guidelines the day he brandished the fucking weapon on Twitch. That was the day to wrap this shit up. This shit could have been wrapped up months ago. You know what I'm saying? Even so, with all that being said, for those people that were going out making police reports and stuff, y'all still didn't go arrest this man. And you see that this is a pattern. This was not an isolated incident. He goes out of his way to go outside to go do this, all because he's a fucking failure and a closet case too, apparently, because guess what? This motherfucker was getting pegged by a black trans lady.
Of course.
Yup. They already found his old pictures of him dressed up like a fairy. Yeah, girl. He was out here with the kids. He was out, he just,
Is he
and then,
molested?
no, this shit has been proven because before he shot this man, a few days before that, it was already aired out because the trans woman seen him on the street. She seen him from her car and said, "Don't I know you?" Ain't nothing worse than when a motherfucker be like, "Don't I know you?" Because now you from what?
Somehow. Yeah.
What? She pulled the "Don't I know you?" Yeah, yeah. Remember I fed you and place stay. This is that and the other. I used to sell you weed and this is that. Oh yeah, and he's trying his best to act like he don't. He knows her, but he don't know where he know her from. Like first he tried to act like he didn't know her. Then he's like, "Oh, okay, I kind of remember you now." Like, nah, bitch. You know I had you grabbing them ankles. You can't forget no shit like that. You know who the fuck I am. And then the lady had to come out and make a video talk about, yes, I know Chad the Builder, and his name is actually this is that and the other. And we used to do cuckolds and this is that and the other. Like just laying it out. You know what I'm saying? So on top of the fact that before then the fairy pictures had already been found, him, being sex positive on the spectrum had already been found out. On top of the fact that he used to, like, I don't want to say advocate, but he used to be nigga friendly. Okay. There was some rapper, I don't know who he was, but some rapper that he used to follow, and he was like a big fan of this guy. He also was leaving messages and, oh, you gonna make some new stuff for the dope boys. And he just is like we were saying about Drake, who does not know themselves. He has zero identity.
Wow.
He has went from one extreme to the next extreme. He just wants to belong.
Yeah.
He just wants to be accepted. And he thought that if I join these very hateful white people
Yeah.
and play their reindeer games with them, then I'll finally be accepted and I'll get some GoFundMe money and it'll pay to be a white supremacist. You feel what I'm saying? And he's finding out that it don't pay. In fact, it don't fucking pay. So
We got this video. Let's see.
well, did you have anything you wanted to say before you played the video?
Anything else? I think not really, just because I don't know any of these people. Thank the Lord. But it's just never surprising to hear that the self-hatred has taken over so much that you have to now outwardly hate people that you actually admire and want to be like and want to have things with. But again, the self-hatred is just so much, and that's what's just frustrating, because it's like, nigga, you got to love yourself. Like nobody can literally do anything. Like it's literally like, this is on you now. And the fact that, like, we have to hope that one day you'll wake up and say, you know what, self, I accept you, even though you're white and you have a small thing and nobody probably wants to, anybody that you like really wants to give you the light of day unless you're giving them money to stick it up your butt. It's a hard pill to swallow, but you can do it, sir. You can do it. I promise.
I'm sure he can swallow.
Much more happiness. But anyway,
So this video that she's about to play is a clip from his mentor. Everybody getting curved by their mentors left and right today. This is crazy. So by his mentor, Nick the Devil Fuentes. And for those who don't know, who've been living under a rock, Nick Fuentes is a highly unapologetic white supremacist. He enjoys saying nigga and all. So he's very incendiary. He likes to provoke and all that. But he does it from the comforts of his fucking studio. He don't go outside and willfully provoking things. And I just thought this was a very interesting take from somebody like old Nikki here, So go ahead and play the clip and tell us what you guys think.
And people now say he's a martyr. He's a martyr. Well, the black people were chimping out. Well, I don't know. If I were standing around and a black person was live streaming near me and they started saying things offensive to white people, yeah, maybe I would feel a certain type of way about that. Maybe, isn't that sort of our whole thing? And there's something ironic about that. You have a lot of people who are pro-white, and it's all about racial pride, and it's all about beating their chest. And it's all about saying, oh, you know, I'm white. Don't try that stuff around me. Don't insult white people around me. So much racial pride. But then there's this double standard where it seems that white people want to go out in some cases and offend the sensibilities of other people. They feel emboldened, for example, to use harmful stereotypes about other people, say racial slurs about other people, be provocative towards other people, and that's fine. That's free speech. That's funny. Hey, man, can't you take a joke? Hey, man, it's just a word. And when black people get pissed off or take umbrage or they attack, oh, well, you're chimping out. But then when the roles are reversed, if somebody says something anti-white, if someone says something exclusionary to white people, it's those same white people that puff up their chest and say, how dare you? You would never say that about a minority, this, that, and the other. How much abuse have you? Let's just be perfectly honest. Let's be fair. A lot of people aren't going to like this monologue. I don't care. This is what's fair. This is what's true. I see on the timeline how many out and loud and proud white people are saying Indians are fucking Jeets and blacks are niggers and Mexicans are spics and all this kind of stuff. And making jokes about you shit in the street and you like watermelon and all this kind of stuff. And they're the same people. They don't want to hear anything negative about whites. And how do I know that? Because I say negative things about all groups of people. And it's the same people that die laughing when I make fun of one group. Ha ha, that's hilarious. I love when you say nigga. I love when you do that bit. I love when you say you're not going to go to the gas station if there's black people. That's hilarious. When I say Polish people are slipping on a banana peel or they can't change a light bulb, it's the same people saying, hey, man, you're anti-white. You say Albanians aren't white. Fuck you. So which is it? So I actually don't know how helpful it is to bring that into the real world, actually. I don't actually know what that's doing for anybody, him, the people involved, the political discourse in America. I'm not sure what's positive about any of that.
All right. Well, I mean, I am, I guess I appreciate what he said. It's kind of hard to have a real feeling about this because, like you said, it's just interesting. Like, I just find it interesting. I mean, what I will agree that, a lot of people who love when you say the N-word and love when you make fun of other people, that they don't like it when you make fun of them. So I'm glad that he was able to make that observation. I guess it's much like the roast, right? Which I know we'll get to.
Yeah.
I recognize that, jokes, everybody should be able to get joked on. Like, I recognize that, there are some things that we should just be able to play about or whatever. But the harm that a lot of these jokes can do, the repercussions, and again, because you have these people who just, number one, take shit too fucking far, and number two, again, don't know how to take the fucking heat, because you can give the heat all day, you can say all this fucking shit, monkeys and all this other shit, and then somebody bring up your grandma, from fucking Poland or some shit, like, then, all fucking hell breaks loose and you just can't believe how dare y'all and death to niggas. Like, it's unfortunate because, yeah, wouldn't it be great if we could all just make fun of each other and nothing happened? That would be the utopia. That would be the ideal, right? But it doesn't happen. It does not fucking happen. And now you, sir, have to take accountability for this shit because you're part of it. You're part of the fucking problem. You're not understanding that not everybody can take a joke. Would it be great? Yes. I would love nothing more for honestly the N-word not to mean anything, and you know, we can all call each other's the S and the F's and the Q's and the Z's. Like, I would like that, but it's not fucking realistic. And so again, now you have to come out here and you have to try to make motherfuckers understand who aren't. So I just, again, interesting take. I guess I appreciate it. I'm also just kind of like, sir.
Right message, wrong messenger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, so when I seen that, all I could do was cackle because it's like what the discourse that I'm seeing is very interesting because there's white supremacy adjacent people or just outright white supremacists that are saying the same thing. It's like it's quite one thing to want to not want to intermarry or segregate the schools and all like what I feel that poor white people still have not fully grasped about racism is that it is baked into classism. And how can I put this? It's baked into classism in a way where even white people, not even that, but even white people have their own hierarchy about who they feel can go around and represent them and their racism. Like this does not align with their values of what type of racist they are. This is a wild conversation. This is a wild lane, but you don't even racist right for these people. They like to be Karens. They thrive on their racism where they center themselves as the victim.
Yes.
There's very little to no proof. Like, questioning things is one thing. Like the Karens, what are you doing over here? Can I see your ID? Or, or a black man who is repairing somebody's car in their yard is trying to steal it. Like, what I'm saying? Like, they get that, but it's cool.
Secretly.
Yeah, right. It should always be under the guise of good Samaritan white Christian help, and you misunderstood my intention, and now my life is in danger. Like that type of shit they can get behind. Or like even the white woman that called that little boy the N-word. Well, he was stealing from her. Like there has to be something at fault for these white people to condone the type of racism that a man has, right? There's no difference in the racism. It's how it's carried out and who gets to wield racism even in white spaces and how they do it. This is so interesting, God. So anyway, a lot of the white supremacists like, well, good on you. Good. Get this piece of shit off the streets so we can go back to putting on our cop uniform and doing it the right way like we're supposed to. You're not supposed to just be out here vigilante style. Shit, we gave that up back in the 60s. We're done with the vigilante shit. They have to be out, open, acting like a coon, acting like a monkey, and you have to be the white person to set this shit straight. It does not work if you go to black people and you aggravate them. They don't get down with that. So I just thought that was really
repercussions of that. Like you said, as a victim, you can really kind of control the narrative a lot more. If you just out here being a Klansman, we can't do that, bitch. They got the hoods on for a reason.
I was just about to say they had the decency to wear a hood. God.
They're not just out here just, putting crosses in the damn front yard, just bare face. Okay. No.
I can't show my face because I'm, the mayor. So they had enough sense. God dang.
Bitch, what
how you gonna be racist with class? This shit crazy. There's a right way and a wrong way to racist, and you're seeing the difference. Last point I wanted to make about that before we move on, because it does go into it. I also find it I also this response he has, because literally to be racist is to be ignorant. Like even within that conversation, it still is crazy to me that white people don't understand that you all have the same line of thinking. which is rooted in ignorance and stupidity. And so you trying to white people, even in the face of racism, still want to be clean as possible. Like, no, we don't condone that. No, I don't want my child to play with black children, but that's besides the point. I don't make it my business to go out here and talk to their mother and to call their mother a monkey. Like, I don't make, like, it's just, even in this, they're still trying to hold some sort of position of like, oh no, not me. I would never. I would just put arsenic in a pie and give it to them, just like anybody. But I would never just go to their house and have her open the door and slap her in the face. And no, I would never. There's levels to this. Like, that's what's really blowing me about this whole motherfucking situation. I felt like there was something else I wanted to say about it, but it's not coming to me right now. But yeah, just good riddance, Chud the Builder. Get this motherfucker out of here. Let this be a lesson to all of you white adjacents, because it ain't just them, that you can't just be walking up on black people and thinking nothing's gonna happen to you, especially when you a bitch that can't fight. You just walking around with a gun, provoking people, wishing it for the day you get to use it. Like, yeah, girl, sure, Jan.
Clip that.
Oh,
Clip that.
well,
no, I love that you said, because it's so true. You have to have some sort of couth with your racism. You can't just be barbaric with it. You know, you got to have a little strategic mindset with it, right? So speaking of racist, you know, yeah. Speaking of racist folk just going out here and just
wait.
Out. What?
Wait. That's what I forgot.
What?
Damn it. I didn't send it to you. So when y'all see us on the rewatch, I'll put it on here.
Yeah.
Speaking of racism, girl, one of the rarest moments in Twitter history, somebody finally got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was this older, I'm going to presume, Puerto Rican Latino man, who said something about niggas, something. I forgot what the tweet was about. And so a black woman retweeted it and said, "Are you black?" Or like, "Are you black?" or something like that. He's like, "No." What he said, this nigga said, I'm a terror squad Puerto Rican. First of all, you know that's fucked up with, we gotta pull Fat Joe's motherfucker inadvertently, because this nigga said terror squad, and we've been telling that piece of shit for several years, hey, chill on the N-word, bitch. But it's kind of like, you can't really tell a nigga like that because that train been in the station. He's 60, he damn near 60 years old. You feel what I'm saying? So, but the fact that you think that those particular Puerto Ricans, I mean, they do have a past, whatever, because they've been saying it for so long. But the fact that you want to be down with this group that have their own black friends, that have their own relationships with black art and culture, to where it's been excused so long for them to say that, who the fuck? You can't just say, I like the Chud nigga. You can't just say you belong to said group and then join in on their reindeer games of how they get down with their racism. That ain't how this works. So I'm a terror squad Puerto Rican. And she said, oh, okay, so no, old spick. And that he got mad when she said that. I'm sorry, what YouTube? And she got mad, and he got mad that she said that. He said, whoa, like what's all this hostility about? Or like, well, why you saying that to me? And she, and another black woman retweeted that. She said, you literally said niggas. And so he was just like, oh, and so in 3 tweets or less, the nigga got it. He was like, you know what? The last tweet said, I will no longer be saying that word from this day forward. Yeah, because that's the thing, especially on top of the other people, the other POCs. This is what we try to get through to y'all. While we are the number one target for Chud the Builders and all this other type of shit, you also are targets as well too. And you think by voting Republican, you think by being colorist in your own community, you think by saying that you're better than Black Americans, you think by, you know, over sexualizing Black men's body parts and their dark skin until you get mad at them and they a bag of monkeys and all this other type of shit. Y'all get so comfortable doing that type of shit to where you think that because by virtue of you also being a person of color, that you are also a nigga, because for the ones that understand how white people treat them, oh, you treat us like Black people. Not necessarily, but you understand you are in an underclass to white people. And then you have the other side that's just like, well, y'all say it, why can't I say it? You know, like I've been growing up saying it, da 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 da. And so when you have these mindsets, and they think that's why they think it's okay to say nigga, on top of the fact that our cultures are close together and we do intermingle with each other musically, fashion wise, neighborhood wise, and shit like that, to where niggas have been giving out the N-word pass off of the solidarity of the fact that these people ain't white. So much so to the point where they don't understand where you can say it in your neighborhood or around your people is fine. But you cannot come out on the internet. You cannot go to Charleston, South Carolina. You can't go to LA. You can't go to Houston. You can't go to these other places where you're not from and just be like, nigga, 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 nigga. And while you got your own slurs, you want to clutch your pearls when somebody redirects a slur back to you because you don't think nigga's a slur, because we use it so much just as an interjection. Just as, it's like and it that but hey girl, it's just another word, and then we put it all in the music, and then we put it in the memes, and you know you can't even.
We make it.
We do. Great. Black people make suffering sound fucking amazing
because it's fucking lit.
No, you my nigga. We niggas like that. So they think like no, but it's like we've been to this point, but now politically as Black people, we are to such a point we can't let none of you motherfuckers get away with none of this shit no more.
Yeah.
Like none of you. So as a collective, respect the collective. You say what you want to the individual. You have to respect the collective. Same shit we talk about with Tyler. You got to respect the collective. Yeah. If the collective don't fuck with that, then don't. That's why Mexican OT ain't got no motherfucking career. I actually liked him until I found out that he just says nigga willy-nilly. He's a racist Mexican and he was a Trump supporter. It's like, once we find out these things about you, you gotta get the fuck on. You ain't get no honorary nigga passes around here. Like, get out of here. You still think you can indulge in anti-Blackness and say nigga? It don't work like that. Even Black people amongst ourselves have not agreed. I know Black people that don't like being called nigga. I know Black people that don't like saying nigga.
Say it, yeah. I honestly don't like saying it. It slips out every now and then, but like you said, I'm not about to just go outside and be like, what? Like, it's usually, I know the Black people, I know that I'm in a comfortable space. I'm not just outside in the public saying that word because it's not a good word at all.
And so this is the slur back to you. Now you want to be offended, but it finally registers to you that, oh, you know what, you're right. You know, you got a point. Yeah. But y'all want to hold on to the fact that Black people are addicted to being victims and addicted to being oppressed. And we always got to make this whole country literally was built off of slaves. How is everything not about racism?
And again, and it's like, okay, I can see if Black people were just going around saying the F word all the time, or saying the S word all the time, or saying just all type of just, again, slurs and derogatory things, but we don't. We literally don't. We say our word and we go about our business. Why don't y'all say y'all word and go about y'all business?
It's not cool.
All you have to do.
It's not cool. You do literally that's the whole thing. Everything cool. Just keep in mind that if we went around, if niggas went around and
Okay.
started calling everybody their slurs, they
Yes.
would make their slur cool. That's how backwards that shit is. Now niggas, these motherfuckers be like, I ain't no nigga, I'm a thick, I'm a this and I'm a that. Like they'll be hyping up their own shit because we made that shit cool. Like it's so backwards. But the S word they ain't got no ring on it. The F word do got a ring on it, but it only got a ring on it when it comes from that community. I love when they say the F word. I feel like that's how white people should feel when we say the N word. It's like
Yes.
I'm gonna let y'all have it,
They
but you
said it. They said
get
it.
them. Yes, 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 yes. Like I'm be right behind you, right behind you. But I'm not finna
Like
be
I
like,
said.
hell yeah, F and this and that. Oh, whoa, wait a. Especially when you think about intersectionality, there are black Fs. So I can't just be like that. But also, as a respect thing, there's nothing in me that wants to say that to you.
That's it. That's it right there. It's a respect thing because nobody trying to do that. I can say that about my people because I'm that. I am my people. I get the respect off top because this is my bloodline. Y'all got y'all own shit. Put some respect on your own shit. Why
Oh,
here?
speaking of, let me K-pop. I hate K-pop. I want this shit to
I
stop.
hate is
I want you all to get an identity. I want you all to go big up your culture. I want you all to make South Korea the thing, to make Japan the thing, make China the thing. You got so much culture. You got so much art. You got so much history. You got your own
bruh,
style of music and all these things.
bruh.
But here
We
you
have to get
motherfuckers
bombarded with
are.
cornrows and raps and fucking disco.
The fake flat ass twerking and the, girl, what has really broke the straw on the camel's back for me is I don't even know these folks. Okay, there's a group called Boy Next Door, K-pop boy group,
Oh, the boy group. Yes, I've heard of them.
and they recently they're coming out with a new album and they trying to do their BTS thing. They trying to cross over into America.
Instinct because Instinct was really right.
Oh baby, no, they not even fucking with the white version of the black shit. They're just coming straight to niggas. Okay, so they got some song called Knock Knock Knock. Bitch, when I tell you it is a direct Kendrick Lamar fucking ripoff, down to the video, the way that the video is edited, the fucking choreography and shit, and I'm about to go, I'm about to go. That's how they're rapping.
We
They're rapping, bitch. When I heard that,
Oh
I
my
had to remember I only got one phone and one source of entertainment. That's the only reason why I throw my fucking phone out my window, bitch. Because what do y'all get away from us? Leave us alone. Go find your own fucking identity. And then because this goes into why y'all feel like y'all can say nigga all the time and wear your cornrows because we ain't nothing but a fucking joke to you. We ain't nothing but a commodity, some shit you can put on, an aesthetic. That's all the fuck we are. So you keep wanting to try to come up here to America giving us this fucking hot dog boiled water of bullshit. It ain't even good. Y'all can't, it's not even good. And I'm mad because these are otherwise talented people that they're putting in groups, but all y'all do is just mimic. That's it. There's nothing original about you. And then when Cat's Eye was trying to be the multicultural K-pop group, you kicked the black girl out. You know, it's just y'all. I fucking hate K-pop. I'm sick of you motherfuckers. I hope none of you ever make a fucking penny in this bitch. Go back to your own countries. Go back to the drawing board. Go figure it the fuck out. Leave us alone. Stop braiding your hair. Kinking up your hair. Stop fucking trying to lock your hair. Stop speaking with an AAVE accent with a fucking Korean. You sound a fucking mess. You look stupid. You getting on my fucking nerves. You pissing me off. And y'all should be fortunate that I don't have enough musical talent. to be out here in the fray. Because when I tell you I'll be on every platform, every station, every fucking channel saying fuck K-pop to my core, I will gladly die on that hill. I will take them shots because you motherfuckers don't move shit in America anyway. So what money would we be motherfucking missing out on by telling you and your band of motherfucking thieves get the fuck up out of here? And that's why I was pissed off at Jay-Z, but that's another conversation.
They said May came over here and said, "Okay, ne kosegu aneta wasta." So they was like, "We can do it." And no, no.
Them ain't even the same fucking situations. There's appropriation and then there's appreciation. Meg has been appreciative the entire time, and she didn't do shit until she knew she had the love of the people to go do some shit. Y'all not even checking the temperature with niggas. Y'all just coming over here, just doing it. Y'all ain't featured on nobody's song. Ain't near rapper fucking co-signed you. Nobody's co-signed none of this shit. Yes, finally the black artists that should be out here making these songs are making money off you motherfuckers, but they're still a part of the problem even though they're getting paid. You're still allowing these motherfuckers to blackface their way into making sure that you stay a songwriter, to make sure that you stay a producer, to make sure that you don't never get your monkey ass up there on that fucking stage while these motherfuckers get to come up here and do their best fucking ramen rendition of the shit that we already know how to fucking do naturally. So yeah, fuck K-pop. I just had to say that real quick before we move on. I'm sick of this shit. And they said that their name was a ripoff of Party Next Door. Now, Boy Next Door. That's why they changed it to P&D. So now these niggas trying to rebrand themselves as B&D.
This is too much. It's exhausting being black because it's like, dude,
it really is.
Like you already have to deal with everybody trying to dish you or whatever the fuck, but then they want to low key take your shit, and then they don't want to give you no credit, and then it's just exhausting. Another thing that's super exhausting is this roast. I don't know what is the point of this shit? I've never understood it, even when they did it with what's his name? What's the damn football player name?
Tom Brady.
I was like, this is a lot. Like, this is even though I don't even really care for him like that, like, I'm not just like, oh yeah, I'm just like a super Tom Brady fan. Don't say that about my guy. It's like, I'm not. Like, I genuinely don't care. More than anything, I felt badly for his family because it was like his family was being brought into it. You know, it's just, this shit is so cringy to me. And going back to Mr. Nick Fuentes, you know, saying, you know, hey, I like saying things about everybody and I can take it and I can, you know, say whatever about me and I don't care and it's all jokes and blah, blah, blah. Like, we should just be able to do it. And again, I do agree with you. It would be nice to have equality across the board, but that is not the case here. And so to make these sort of jokes, and they weren't even funny. Like, I can halfway respect a joke that's so fucking disrespectful and rude and just unnecessary if it's fucking funny. Like, at
I gotta laugh.
I can be like,
okay,
you know, but
yeah,
this shit, y'all just get on here and y'all just want to do like Cat Williams said on them years ago, crispity crackety coon, a black crispity coon that cracks and crappity coon. Like, nigga, my God, this shit is not even fucking funny. Not funny at all. And, you know, poor Regina, she's just sitting up there looking like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Okay? I'm here.
I love the fact that nobody had a joke for Regina too. I love that.
Because don't play
bitch, what is there to joke about? Because she ain't ugly. She's not she no scandals.
No, bitch. Somebody said that bitch must be able to fight because nobody.
Ain't she from Baltimore? Or she from I think she's from the DMV, something like that. So, you know, yeah. Don't let the face fool you. Okay.
Like, okay, we'll act real cute on the stage, but behind the curtain, bitch, I will get with your ass. So it was just so fucking cringy, and I don't understand why they have these things. I will say, I'm so glad that Kat was there. Thank you, Kat, because you were quite only the only beacon of light in that whole entire shit. Everything was just irritating and wasn't funny, and I don't understand it. And I really just, I wasn't even going to bring it up because I hate bringing light to situations like this because they don't deserve our fucking attention. The whole thing about George Floyd and everything, like and that's, again, it's cool and everything like that. Y'all can do all that and joke and shit like that. But then when someone come up and punch you in the fucking face because that situation really traumatized the fuck out of them, like, just don't say that. No, it was all jokes. No, bitch. No. You know just as well as I know. At the end of the day, again, if y'all was in y'all little own comedy bubble and the only motherfuckers that you invited and the only people that saw it were the people that, it's so funny about death and niggas dying, then fine. But you want to get on here and you want to blast that shit to the public, niggas who really like created movements behind some of this shit that y'all talking about. It's just kind of like, okay, girl, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, at your own leisure, your own whatever risk, you at your own risk, go ahead. But I don't think it's a good idea. I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't feel like it was a good look for Kevin Hart. I understand that he wants to be involved in all the things. And it made me think of the wise words of Countess Cabernet, where just like not every opportunity needs to be taken. Some things you should try to protect and try to protect yourself. And again, and I understand, even just from that conversation that we had, that, in those moments, you can try to be the person to steer it in a better direction or have be the person that's like, well, they're going to do it anyway. So let me try to make the best of this and be a good example. I do get that. But again, it's just so fucking cringy. It's so fucking cringy and like, just ew, honestly.
And especially when it's not your job, like I feel like that's just making unnecessary shit your job. Like you don't have to be in a situation if you just never went to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see the forest for the trees because roasting ain't nothing new shit. We've been doing that since kids, whatever. But there is an art of the roast. Like this is still comedy. You are still a performer. This is still entertainment. Yeah. So, how can I put this? So I did not watch it. I actually didn't even know it was a thing until people started. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't even know it was a roast going on. Because the roast, this dates back to like the 50s, 60s, like from vaudeville, like from the Chitlin Circuit, all that type of shit. Like you go back and you can watch the Richard Pryor roast, the Red Fox roast, like, and they got raw, whatever too. But I love how, because I saw Kev on stage and Angel, who are actual comedians, and they said I will say they, but Kev said the real reason why it didn't truly land is because these people don't really know each other like that. Whereas when you go back and you look at the roast, hell, even the roast from like the early 2000s, like these people knew each other. So they were able to get these certain types of jokes off because they knew how to craft these jokes, not only because they're a comedian, but because they actually know this person and they know how to, and they know how much the audience knows, right? So they're not bringing up hurtful personal shit that don't nobody know. Because I didn't know Cheryl Underwood's husband committed suicide. Know how I found out? In a fucking joke on this roast. You know what I'm saying? But you don't fucking know Cheryl Underwood because speaking like the Crispy Crackly Coon, they really took liberties to talk about Cheryl Underwood like a fucking dog because she is an older dark skinned black woman. We just gotta be a spade is a spade.
Real.
When you're very dark, those type of jokes, they cannot. Okay, those type of jokes, like they can't wait. Like you said, the shit wasn't even funny because your purpose was to not be funny. Your purpose was to offend.
Yeah.
And that's not how you do a roast. Like, I'm supposed to be offensively funny, not offensive.
Yeah.
Then was one comedian up there by the name of Tony Hinchcliffe, who was the white comedian that was under fire at Trump's little thing when he was making jokes about Puerto Rico and shithole countries and all. Like, these white people thrive off of
Rage.
trying to not only that, but trying to speak truth to power to negative stereotypes. And they have that power to do so simply because they are white, and most time white men doing this shit. So they're already coming from a place of privilege, a place of superiority, a place, even though Kevin was on that stage. He richer than any white man that cracked his motherfucking mouth open to make a joke. He richer than all you motherfuckers. Because again, like what you talked about earlier, he's a nigga that can't say no. And this is what not being able to say no gets you as well too when you're a black person. When you're a black person in entertainment and you are only focused on making it, you will accept so much. You will accept so much. You will turn your eye to so much because he's up there laughing like this shit is funny. No. Well,
in the world. Like,
like you are up there being the monkey that they calling you. Frankly, up there hemming and hawing and knee slapping and showing all your 32s to this bullshit. I can see all the way down your motherfucking throat. You laughing so fuck, and then you trying to help niggas out. And no, they bombing, let that bitch bomb.
That's what
they bombing. They bomb.
That would have made it funny to me.
Yeah,
like if you were just like, bitch, that ain't even funny. Now we have something to laugh at.
If you would just allow the audience to boo, that would make it like Apollo. Bring back Showtime at the fucking Apollo. When you was bombing, you got booed, bitch. Go sit down. And go sit down. And then the roast was like over 3 hours. Right. So then some niggas was just up there just lollygagging and shit, just up there just yakety yak. Bitch, tell your joke and go sit down. Like, let's get through this shit. So like, yeah, if you're gonna make offensive jokes, that shit gotta land, bro. But there's certain things, and again, this is that whole hubris of comedians, right? And especially when the Me Too movement and all that shit was going on, and oh, we just can't tell jokes anymore. And, oh, everybody's just so sensitive now, and oh, that back in my day shit, like, oh, we weren't sensitive like that. We knew if I called you a monkey that I didn't really mean it. Like, no, bitch,
they made our life back then. It was all right.
Okay, nobody was the wiser. I put a Quaalude in her Pepsi and I went to town. Like, it just was a different time back then. Like, oh, they love you for that. It was just a different time. But we are now in different times. That was the whole thing about fucking Dave Chappelle and them trans jokes. It's like, nigga, these aren't funny. They're not witty. They're not irreverent. And you're punching down. That's the thing. You're punching down. If you are a comedian that speaks truth to power and you're going to punch down, there has to be a socio-political element to why you are making this joke. You're only talking shit about George Floyd because you know it'll upset niggas. There's no joke here. No. There's no joke here at all. There's no joke about people's spouses committing suicide. There's no joke here about calling anybody so black I can't see you when you turn the lights off. Like, bitch, that's old. Like, what the fuck? You're
like, so old. Really the 90s, bitch. Like, hi, Morgan.
Shit, the 80s. But it's just like that whole shit was just a farce. But if anything, I don't expect nothing different from these white people doing that shit. I don't. I expect from niggas because you're accepting it. And you are allowing these white people to feel like it is okay to make jokes at our expense. This reminds me of when it was Chris Rock, Louis C.K., another white comedian, and and what's his name? Jerry Seinfeld, right? And they were all talking about the N-word and like, using it in comedy and stuff like that. And so, Chris, he used it all the time. Louis C.K. said he's only done it like very sparingly, but there was a point to him doing it. And I think because otherwise I was kind of like indifferent. But fuck it, the
Good old
Jewish
Jerry.
man,
Good old
the
Jerry.
Jewish man was the only person that said, I don't feel the
looking
need to
very
do that.
defensive. He was just
Yeah,
like,
he was just, and I
what's
when
the
you when you confuse a white man with racism,
right? Okay, hello.
that's as like they literally broke Jerry's brain because Jerry was just like, that's not,
It's not funny.
but because he don't want nobody to call him the K word. You feel
Right.
what I'm saying? Like everybody got a slur, but it's about respect. I
Yes.
can make fun of you the way you grew up, your hairline, a movie that bombed. I could make fun of them deals that didn't go through. I can make fun of all those things. But when I'm making fun of your children, I'm making fun of your wife, or I'm making fun of, and I don't know you,
Yeah.
and I don't fucking know you. Because in order for me to make jokes like that, I have to know you because I have to set this up in the type of way
Yeah.
that you can respect as a comedian. You're just out here talking about black monkey and hanging them from bonsai trees, and you making jokes about lynching.
We talking about
Really? Yeah, we talking about the roast because so it's just I really take more umbrage with black people when it comes to shit like this because they gonna do that. The system has made them comfortable to do so. You
you don't have to
have
say
to, yeah, because as some fucking and then they didn't even write the shit. All these jokes were written for these people. I think like maybe Davidson wrote his shit. Shout out to Pete Davidson because he got that Tony bitch. And he got Kanye. And I was like, yeah, whack him again. Cause I ain't forget the shit you did to Pete Davidson and Kim K when that bitch was trying to break up with you, ho. I ain't forget that. I was always on Pete Davidson's side when it came to that shit. So you had like you had certain comedians that actually wrote their shit, but there was like a handful of them. Everybody else up there on that dais who was an entertainer, a ball player, they didn't write that shit. So you had a team of whites and maybe a black or two write all this incendiary, racist, ridiculous ass
not
shit, and you
funny.
just up not funny, and you just up there showing the back of your cap teeth. And I can't. This is why the fucking chud builders of the world feel like they can go around and do what the fuck they doing. That's why Nick Fuentes feel like he could just up and make a platform and say what the fuck he want to say because ragging on black people is good business.
Yeah.
It's big business. It's always booming.
Well, and to their point, like, yes, are we sensitive? Maybe, but we have good fucking reason. We have good fucking reason to be sensitive about some certain shit.
You can't call us sensitive when you never fixed the problem. Like that's that gaslighting shit. Don't fucking call me sensitive, bitch. You're being offensive. You are going out of your way. I'm not talking to you when I say, but you're literally going out of your fucking way. And then you want to sit up here and gaslight me. And that's like the guy talking about, oh, you chimping out. I'm not fucking chimping out when you're walking up to me with a weapon and you're degrading me and I don't know you from Adam. That's not being fucking sensitive. We're not being sensitive when we sit up here and we tell you motherfuckers stop calling us nigga. We're not being sensitive when we sit up here and say, hey, how about you not make jokes about the civil rights movement or historical black things, especially if you're not black. These fucking jokes shouldn't even be coming out your mouth. Like you could talk, this man has so much other things you could talk about. Him cheating on his wife, him getting caught.
He nixed those jokes, by the way. He nixed those jokes, by the way. So you don't want people talking about how you was in the motherfucking hotel room with them bras after they drugged you and did all that. But you okay with people talking about the death and murder of George Floyd? Like what? I'm saying. I was gonna say Chris. Kevin. Now, again, this is not making sense. It just doesn't. It doesn't make no fucking sense. If you How are you going to sit up here and be like, yeah, it's just good old wholesome fun and da da da, but then somebody talking about your fucking your
We talk about the Holocaust. We talk about the Trail of Tears. We'll talk about a Japanese internment camp. We could talk about any of those sensitive ass things. Any of them. And
digging in some other random bitch. We can't talk about that. That's insane. I'm sorry.
That's like when they blocked Free Palestine, but still let that motherfucker say nigga during the broadcast. It's like y'all really pick and choose, and that's why I said that's why that Chud the Builder dude was allowed to do that, because in no other world can you stalk a group of people openly, publicly, online, and brandish a weapon and nobody come get you unless you do it to Black people. Nobody gives a fuck about what happens to us as a collective. They will keep allowing shit to us as a collective and then gaslight us and say that we're being fucking sensitive while still feeling that they're able to make jokes. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? But as soon as I call you a S, a F, a K, a C, or what,
somebody else other than your wife.
Okay, or the fact that you're a closeted homosexual, we bring up anything like that. Now all of a sudden, now you playing too much. Now you're playing too hard. Fuck out of here.
Let's talk about Julio, and then we can talk about town topics. So Julio. You're gonna have to tell me about this one, friend, because
I really don't know too much about it either, girl. This to me is like YNW Melly. This is to me like the YSL case. This is just shit that's like very nigga news that's been going on for a minute, but I did not care to ingratiate myself in that type of nigga news. But the only reason why I truly wanted to talk about it is because there's two things I'm getting from this right now, which is crazy. So Julio was a rapper, rest in peace. He was murdered. He was murdered. Okay. By three individuals. I believe it was by three individuals. I believe Julio either was responsible or was connected to the murder of one of those guys' cousins, and that's why they retaliated on Julio. But what I get from this first and foremost is the Black male acceptance through the streets. I'm very tired. I'm very, very tired.
It's an old story at this point. It's like we've seen it enough, much like with Stefon Diggs and the chef side piece biscuits. It's like, bitch, we've seen this story so many times and we know how it ends. And it ends like this every time.
I just want my young Black men to finally wake up and free themselves from the plot.
Yeah.
Because, and I hate to, because it makes me sound like an old lady or whatever. And y'all know I'm not anti-Black, but we have to be honest. There has been a culture of fronting for a long time, and it has made a lot of young Black people, not even just young Black boys, a lot of young Black people feel like they have to be somebody that they not, somebody that they was never really yeah, exactly. We have these young Black people who grew up in these situations who feel hopeless, and they have no, and I won't say no, but they are hard pressed to listen to the good words around them of, go to school, don't do that, you ain't got to do that. Because what's really sad to me is that these three young, I think they're all under the age of 25, three young Black dudes, and they have literally thrown their lives away for nothing. All of them are looking at life in prison without parole because this is in Florida. This is why I fucking hate Florida as much as I do, because when it comes, Florida is literally a prison state. Florida is a prison state. Obviously, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi, that whole little line right there, that whole little stretch, these are prison states. These are prison states for Black impoverished people, and that's all they see you as. Even if we want to be, irreverent and talk about the movie Life, where the fuck were they in Mississippi. What happened to them? They got life over a lie. And when they're all old, and that white man that set them up was about to become the fucking superintendent before the other one shot him dead. He said, what the hell difference does it make? At least the state of Mississippi got 40 years of cheap labor out the deal. That's literally what they think of you. So as I'm going through that in my mind watching this, and I'm watching these, 2 out of 3 are crying. There's only one, unfortunately, that's standing on business. He don't give a fuck. He is not remorseful. He is not crying. He's smirking. Done what he had done. And that's a failure all on its own right there, to where you are so disconnected to where you have no remorse for taking life. On top of the fact you got these other 2 motherfuckers who was tough and hard and gangster all up until even to the moment they killed that motherfucker. And now they want to sit up here in this fucking in the courtroom and they crying. And now they meek and now they're humble. And you know, they though unfortunately one of them was like, there's the one light-skinned dude. They started showing pictures of him like right and regular kid, regular smiling with his mom and shit. He basically gave the whole look of, nigga, this ain't you. You was doing this shit because you wanted to be hard and all that type of shit. Yeah, and now you're in here crying because as they're saying what he's to expect about life in prison, no parole, like you could literally see him like it's sinking in. I'm never getting out. I'm gonna die in there. And like that brings me to the next point I want to make up. So as they're telling this particular young man, and it's so cold because they're just talking real matter of fact. Like they talking like this, they talking about the weather.
Another day. This is
just another day. You know what I'm saying? We finna give you a football jersey number and I'm finna go play golf. Like and I can't really blame them because of the crime. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, if you don't care about throwing away your life, I'm not finna sit up here and act like, you know, cut you no deal and try to find no humanity in you. You wasn't acting like a human. You didn't find no humanity. Because the way that they was getting at him on the stand, like, oh, well, did you have any problems when you went to go get the gun? Did you have any problems when you went to go to the car? Did you have any problems when you stood over Julio and unloaded? I mean, they were like, and as the way that they're talking to him, he's just like, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, like you could just literally see, and I feel so bad because you fell for the trick. And so much so to the fact that you took somebody else's life on some gang shit, on some revenge shit. And it really, like, if anything, the only person that truly needed to do was the one that ain't crying. If he was the one that just went and did it, but he's too much of a pussy to go do it on his own. All y'all had to conspire to go kill one motherfucker. Like, let's also wake that shit up. It took 3 of you to go kill this nigga. Like, you too much of a hoe to go avenge your cousin on your own. Like, that's another conversation. But as they're breaking it down to him and they're telling him all this shit, then the other part gets to me about how ready they are to help them throw their lives away. As they're talking about, you'll never get out, you'll always be, because he basically said, once you are in intake and you are assigned your number, you'll never be called your name again in life. You will always be called that number. And when you die and we put you in that bag and we put a toe tag on you, it'll have your number on it. You will be a number until the day you die. And that's when, I was surprised he didn't start crying right then, because it looked like he was about to just like, it really broke him at that point. Yeah. But the way that they framed it was basically like, yeah, he's young. Our prison population is aging out. We're going to need young people like him to basically do work, sweat labor, sweat equity. That's what they boiled you down to sweat equity, nigga. They're waiting on you to go bust bricks and make license plates and go clean up the highway for the rest of your natural fucking life. They don't give a fuck about. And the thing is, y'all understand racism. Y'all claim to understand racism. You claim to understand white supremacy. Definitely modern day slavery. That's because that's all it is. This is literally slavery. They repackage slavery because they want you to believe that there is no hope for you. So you can go out here and do these things so they can make money off of you. You have to be your own person to say, you know what? No, that's not me. And I think that's another reason why I really appreciate Kendrick Lamar and people like him. Some or like what's my other dude's name? Ben Staples and shit like that. Like these are people that got they respect, got they stripes. They understand the streets, but they are not quote unquote street niggas. They do what they have to do to survive, but they're always here to tell the tale, tell the caution. Even Jay-Z, like, I did it, so hopefully you ain't got to go through it. Like when you are in a position where where you're in your environment, but you're not of your environment, and you are man enough or woman enough or person enough to be like, even if you do engage, I'm only going to engage in this for so long. You have an exit plan. You have a strategy, or you know you have enough respect to where niggas aren't pressing you about not being in gangs and shit like that. But you got homies, you got affiliates. You know how all this shit goes. So much so to where you understand that these my people. I'm a real ass nigga, but I'm strong enough to fall, not to fall, to fall victim to the pitfalls. And that's where I need more of my Black youth to start aiming this, especially ones who are in these dangerous situations. And I know it's easier said than done because it's all fucking psychological. But at the end of the day, when you see what the result is and you have enough time to save yourself, do that. Fucking do that. Like, there's so many Black men who were born in the 70s, 80s, and 90s who didn't think they would live to see 21, whether it be death or jail or whatever, or being paralyzed, can't walk again because they got shot in the spine or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to sit down and get your education because you're forced to, because you're in jail. Ain't nothing else the fuck for you to do. On top of the fact that they try to make jail like motherfucking Disneyland. They trying to make it to where you motherfuckers want to come back and stay and maybe fuck on that nigga that you know what I'm saying? Like it's to the point where they're making it's foolish how easy it is to go to jail. It's just foolish how easy that is. And you want to sit up here and get your clout and your click say like cuz said about the Pooh Shiesty shit. You niggas is putting your shit up on the internet.
I was gonna say that, you know, much like you said, I forgot what we were talking about, but Black people and our respect, that is such a sensitive topic because that is why a lot of us fall victim to any of these traps, is because we are desperately trying to gather that respect and have it. And we, much like how we took the word nigga and have been able to garner some sort of respect for it and things like that, they do the same thing with gang culture, except that white people, or the system rather, is like, oh yeah, no, you're not. Well, no, thanks for making going to jail cool too, right? Because that is how you can now get respect amongst your people. And that is really where the trap lies, because I understand, especially as a young Black man, that is literally like the only thing that you feel like you have. You don't have any money, you don't have any, you know, land or whatever, but at least I can have my respect. And even if it is just the complete fucking wrong way to get it, at least I got it. And that's what's just so fucking sad, because at the end of the day, number one, this idea of respect that you have is not real. That is not real respect. And number two, now you're dying or being put in prison for life over a fake ass idea, over an idea that's not even real and it's not even who you are. And so it just really, it's just so disheartening and heartbreaking because while again the crime is just heinous and everything like that, it's like you understand it as a Black person because this is the only way that they're able to get respect or feel that they're getting respect. It starts internally, like you said, with Kendrick Lamar, with Vince Staples, people who are able to give themselves, able to respect themselves by not being, you know, victims to this fake ass ideology or whatever. Exactly. What are they trying to prove to people? They're trying to prove that they deserve respect.
Mhm.
And instead of just proving it to yourself, you know, because again, if you have enough self-respect to say, you know what, I'm really not a gangster, let me find my thing. Let me actually find my thing that, number one, fulfills me and keeps me out of trouble. And then maybe I can get, you know, some external recognition, respect, or whatever the case may be. But it just sucks because that's why, you know, we're craving respect in a way where now we're just in this crazy warped universe where not only are we disrespecting ourselves, but we're willing to die over it.
They literally say, "I'm willing to die about my respect." Like that's literally a saying with this generation. Like, I'm willing to die over my respect. Like,
and to your point, yes, back in civil rights and all that shit, perfect example. Because yes, we don't have a lot of respect externally amongst these other folks. But again, that's where we have to, like people in the civil rights era, be able to give our own selves respect and learn how to function in the external disrespect in a way that now you ain't got no choice but to respect me.
and I love how you brought that up. That's a very great correlation because my thing is no, Vince Staples. Vince Staples is from the West. Vic Mensa is from Chicago. But even Vic Mensa, like, he ain't no gangster, no shit like that. That's why I put him in the category. But he has spoken up about it because he was the one that I wish would have smacked the shit out of academics when he pressed him about that Chicago shit. But also to that respect, right? Oh dang, what's I gonna say? Oh yeah, also to the respect thing is like having respect for yourself is not the same as respectability politics. I want to lay that flat right here today. Ain't got nothing to do with the way you dress, ain't got nothing to do with the way you talk or nothing like that. Has to do with the way that you carry yourself as a as your spirit. Like when people see you come in, when people hear your name, there should be some fondness around it. You know, to also go back, like they also equate fear with respect as well too.
Yeah.
And that gets them caught up because there's even like sayings like I rather fear than love, or loyalty over love. Like all these things are street virtues that make absolutely zero fucking sense because that's not how this works in reality. In reality, all those things work in tandem together. You cannot have one without, you cannot have love without loyalty, can't have respect without can't have love without respect. Like all of these things marry to each other. But if you're only focused on respect, there's no love, there's no empathy, and you want people to fear you. You know what I'm saying? If you want people to fear you, there's no respect, there's no love, there's no empathy. If you want people to love you, you're not really empathetic. You want to receive. You know what I'm saying? So it's all selfish shit
Yeah.
that you are putting on yourself because you feel inferior.
Yes.
So you feel you have to wear these things to feel superior when ultimately you will be in a far more inferior situation than you are based upon, like you said, these fake ass feelings. It's fake. You want people to respect. You can't expect people who are disrespectful to respect you. And honestly, once you get that through your thick, greasy Jerry curl head, then we will all be much better for it. Then the jails will decrease. The
Yes.
population will decrease because it's like, I need to respect you but we need to disrespect the system. That's how this works. I don't need to disrespect you because I need you. Same thing we be talking about these other POCs. You're wasting time. You are
Yes.
wasting time being upset at black people. You're wasting time. You're wasting time being upset at black Americans. We're wasting fucking time. We are disrespecting each other when we should be disrespecting the fuck out this system because it disrespects us every fucking day. And you rather sit up here and get your clout and all this other type of shit. I honestly think people also saw that YSL case. The only reason, in my opinion, the only reason why this man is walking around free is because the prosecution was a total fucking farce. If they had really, because they had shit there that they could have got this nigga with, but they didn't know how to prosecute. They didn't know how to cross examine the witness. They was just like even the judge was like, "What the fuck is going on here? Like, you guys did such a disservice. Excuse me, that you couldn't even do the shit properly." And so now that is putting the battery in the back of young black people be like, oh, well then I'll probably get off because we'll see how this Pooh Shiesty shit go too. If we keep seeing these big profile things where these guys are getting off,
Yeah.
it's going to only keep incentivizing
Yeah.
real nigga logic. You know what I'm saying? And that those two things in the past day or so that I've seen just really upset me, pissed me off, made me sad because this is a 360 failure. They failed themselves, they failed each other, the system failed them, and the system don't give a fuck because once he called that boy sweat
System
equity,
works. Shit. System works.
once you called a human being sweat equity, we need his young black back to go out here because we done already broke down all these old black niggas. So now we need some new ones.
Terrible.
That as a like so plainly, matter of factly, the way they were saying this shit in the court. It made my blood it made my blood boil and go cold, bitch. I was in a way.
All over the place. Well, do you have anything else on that, friend? You have anything else?
No, that's it on that.
Hey man, good luck to y'all. Like I said, I hate to see that. Again, I really just want us to be able to internalize and have our own self-respect because that will clear up a lot of shit. Learning what real self-respect and what real respect is will clear up a lot of shit. Last thing, real quick, y'all, just another thing to make people sad, especially in Kansas City. Good old town topic is changing the times. It's no longer gonna be 24 hours. Child, me and my friend were talking about how Walmart used to be 24 hours. That was really nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Pandemic fucked up so much shit. Pandemic put a halt to so much.
Yes.
Girl, I can't even get a good salad bar at the motherfucking grocery store no more because of this shit.
Bitch, you're done. Okay?
Cut it off.
You
9?
And bitch, and I'm talking about home over in Missouri, because bitch, over in Kansas, you got a good 8 o'clock. You got a good 7:45 before that door is closed. Okay.
I mean, what's crazy to me is like, so what the fuck is we supposed to do at 1 o'clock in the morning when the club let out?
Go to bed.
Fucking hungry? Because they ain't even know, girl, there's barely IHOPs. There are barely Denny's. There's like, and then like the Waffle Houses out here, so motherfucking spaced out. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know what? This is a recession. This is a recession indicator because if they're not gonna stay open that late, probably because people can't afford to go out like that.
Well, they said it's because they don't feel safe.
That too. That too. I mean, because I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of shit be going on around them times. Yeah.
That is like prime 3 o'clock in the morning murder zone. Okay, prime 2:45. That is not a safe area. I'm just saying, niggas, like you said, niggas is already drunk. Niggas is turned up. They got a lot of energy. You know what I mean? And Town Topic said, "Bitch, now I thought we was gonna get some more security over here. I thought the police was gonna be driving. Police said, nah, young, okay.
Even the police didn't want to deal with that shit,
girl.
Never mind that Rhythm and Booze is like literally down the street. And that's probably where most of that bullshit was coming from.
So yeah, that's over with. You know, I don't want to say rest in peace. I guess it's just like good night. I don't know, but like everybody was just in an uproar about it. Bitch, I was like, damn.
They
Like,
said good night.
okay, because bitch, after 11 some bitch, I turned into a pumpkin. So I don't fucking know what goes on.
Ooh, thanks. All right, good night.
But like, you know, I was just like, damn, that, you know, their burgers are decent. Their burgers ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice.
I mean, but they're 1 o'clock in the morning good. They 2 o'clock in the morning good.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, it's shit. I mean, I have never eaten at Town Topic during the day. Anytime I had Town Topic, it was after midnight.
It was definitely.
Yeah. It was after midnight, or like maybe I got done with like a table or some shit I was doing downtown at like 10. So like it's always been nightfall when I eat that shit. Because quite frankly, I don't think it tastes good during the day. I think it only tastes good at night.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. R.I.P. Bring back Checkers. Bring back White Castle. Fucking take Hardee's. Get Hardee's the fuck out of here, bro. We don't want it. I can't, like I told you the other day when you came help me with my car, I was like, how the fuck is this Hardee's still open? Like this Hardee's is still Hardee's in North Kansas City. How the fuck are y'all still thriving with these dry ass sandwiches?
Dry ass.
I don't know.
Elbow, child.
Just,
like nothing, no juice, no nothing. Go ahead and take that away. Who else can you take, child? Take it. You might as well take A&W. A&W need gone.
Yeah, I don't.
Get out of here.
Y'all didn't need to partner with Long John Silver's. We still like Long John Silver's. We didn't need you partnering with Long John Silver's. You can really get the fuck on, like, bro. And girl, I had no Long John. You know what?
Long John do sound good.
That's not bad.
Sound good, actually.
Good old hush puppy. You know what I'm saying? They be having the stuffed crab and shit.
Give me them two fish with some fries, nigga. I'm tearing it up.
Seafood on a budget.
Hello.
Love it.
Well, I think that wraps this week up.
Yes.
It's quite a fucking week, bitch. I saw shit. I was like, oh my God. So much to talk about. Then we didn't get to come here on Tuesday. So it's just really, it's just really jam-packed. So make sure y'all go in and comment on all of the topics that we had today. Shout out to Morgan, okay? Always coming through for us. Shout out to Bisma, I think that's how you say the name. So yes, we love you guys. We appreciate you all. I suppose we'll get on up out of here, but make sure you check us out on Sundays. We have some lovely chocolates. And
that finally came.
Okay. And so we're super excited about those. And with that said, my name is Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess. I
am Kiki, the Countess of Cabernet, and you have had just the sip, and we will taste you later. Bye.